Hey, it's Joe Fagundes with Berkshire Hathaway PenFed Realty. Welcome back to Joe Knows Paradise. You just probably, or at least I hope you did, I hope you watched our market information that we just provided. This segment is going to be a little more of a continuation, talking about all the big changes that have gone on in the industry. I liken it to the new way of dating. Back in the day, somebody would ask you out, they pick you up, they take you to dinner, they pay for dinner, they take you to the movie, they pay for your ticket, and then they take you home. Nowadays, buyers, and this is obviously just my opinion, they don't know if they're supposed to meet them there, they don't know who's paying for the meal, they're not sure if they're Dutch or if they're splitting it. Buyers are really confused about how things are going to happen for them. So what I want to try to do is just alleviate some of that. As a buyer in this market, and if we talk about our market, we're talking about everywhere from, Pensacola to Panama City Beach. Buyers in this market are going to be using buyer's agents. Your buyer's agent, under the new law, has to have you sign an exclusive buyer's agent agreement, or at a minimum, a showing agreement, before you can even go see a property. But once you get into the contract aspect of things, some of it has changed. You're just having to ask for it now. But, buyers are still seeing, like just this week, I had an offer come in, and in the contract, it simply asked for what the buyer's agent compensation was going to be, and that the seller would issue a compensation credit for that. 2 weeks ago, we had that listing listed in the MLS. We had everything clearly shown. It was a 2% buyer's agent credit. We didn't change what we're doing from the seller standpoint. I believe that it's an advantage for sellers to offer some type of buyer's compensation. I think it's great that no one knows what it is until you get into contract negotiation and until it's asked by the buyer's agent of the seller's agent. But there's a lot of people that aren't going to be comfortable with that. This goes back, and all of these changes make it even more important that when you're interviewing agents, that you are interviewing agents that are willing to do the hairy things that are going on now to make sure that the buyer gets the best benefit of the total transaction and all of the negotiation that goes on during this. Sellers agents are doing the same thing. I want my sellers to adjust, transition to this new way of doing business as well. They're probably going to end up paying less, and the national average currently shows that buyer's agent commissions have gone down. But that savings goes back to the seller, which is fantastic. But I still think that sellers should be considering buyer's agent compensation credits through the negotiation process. It puts more eyes on the property. If a buyer says to an agent, I do not want to look at any properties that aren't offering compensation, that agent can't take them to properties that aren't. And that's not steering. That is an obligation and a request from the buyer saying, these are my parameters. It's just like, I've got to have a front porch. It's the same thing. The buyer has put that on the buyer's agent to do that. So I strongly believe that a seller should continue to consider and offer that type of opportunity to a buyer's agent. I think it's all very negotiable. It always has been negotiable, but I think now with the way that the presentation comes across from the MLS and all the stuff with NAR and the attorneys that have filed this lawsuit and then done this settlement, by the way, they're making $1,500 an hour, and I don't know many attorneys that make $1,500 an hour. So, this was a money grab, in my opinion. We certainly hope that as these new rules go into effect, we're going to follow them. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. And I think after we get through this transition period, it will be better for everyone. So I look forward to working with you. If you have any questions, I hope you'll give me a call. Again, it's Joe Fagundes. This is Joe Knows Paradise. You can find it at joeknowsparadise.com, or you can reach me at 850-699-7047. Thanks, and have a great day.